I have a confession to make. I absolutely dread mom groups. Relatable? Let's talk about it. Many of us don't exactly have the villages we dreamed of in parenthood, and most of us crave some sort of human connection. Yet, interestingly, mom groups aren't always the best solution. And this seems like counterintuitive. Why wouldn't meeting a bunch of other moms be just good and enjoyable and all around positive? Well, I have a few theories here, as well as suggestions for those of us who don't enjoy mom groups as to what to do instead. And my theory number one, why mom groups don't necessarily work, is because, let's face it, parenthood is not actually a personality. And unfortunately, this alone doesn't necessarily mean that we have literally anything else in common. And joining a group solely because you did something that most other people do doesn't at all mean that you are going to instantly meet your soulmates. Like, how old is your baby is not a breakthrough question that leads to lasting friendships. And once you're past all of those cliche ones, if there is nothing else to talk about, things will just quickly fizzle out. It's kind of like a LinkedIn networking event in a way. But also, everyone is sleep deprived and one step from a public meltdown. Not necessarily a winning combination. And speaking of tiredness and meltdowns and the like, it's actually really hard to keep up with new friendships while you're in the trenches. Because even if you do meet someone promising within a mom group, maintaining that relationship can be a logistical nightmare. Like, you can bet that someone will be sick, someone will throw up 5 minutes before you were due to meet up, someone is teething or randomly dropping naps, or parents are being called to do some urgent adulting such as work. All this happens last minute on desynchronized timetables, communication sometimes suffers, and it's just a lot. No matter how strong the intention was to make the friendship work, everyone is just drowning, and you are too. Also, the next one is definitely not something that every mom group will bring, but some of them do end up being good mother Olympics instead of being supportive safe spaces. And I don't know about you, but it's not exactly my idea of fun to pack everything up, make the time, etc., only to arrive into a performance arena. And then to add to that, the group dynamic is straight up chaotic, and everyone comes with all the different values, opinions, strong beliefs, etc. On the one hand, it should be a good thing, right? Because we're there to exchange experiences, to provide different perspective, to learn from each other. But if it's dialed up a little bit too much, or there are lots of clashing personalities, this is actually not the best space to be in. It can feel like a really bad sitcom, and you're forced to take a role in it. And it's especially hard if you're more introverted or even just really tired. So now that I've painted an absolutely dreadful picture of mom groups, a valid question is like what to do instead. And first of all, if you're yet to become a parent or if you're already planning to visit a mom group, I still think it's very important to try it out in person, and it's a really good idea. Who knows? Maybe you will meet a bunch of moms that you really love. And I've actually met others who had this incredible experience, and maybe you will get to build your village from it. And my point is just to not feel weird or sad or like you're an outsider if it doesn't happen. I think on an off chance of winning the village lottery, it's still worth trying. But if you've already tried that and that didn't work, here are some alternatives. Something that I personally had much more success with rather than joining mom groups is just connecting with people naturally when I go places with my baby, like on a playground or at the library. There will be inevitable moments of small talk, and then if you really vibe with someone, you can just ask for their phone number and be like, oh, do you want to have a play date sometime? And oftentimes it will actually never happen, but sometimes it will. And these like micro moments of finding people that you already naturally mesh better with is something that can be a shortcut to building your own micro village naturally. Another suggestion is that your village may actually be online. The internet is so vast, there's truly something for everyone. And it's so much easier and so much less pressure to find someone online. And the best thing, they can be living in a completely different location. And this like global global circle of support is a really interesting and unique dynamic of our time. There are also plenty of communities on Facebook, Reddit, etc. And the stakes are so much lower and so much more chill just looking around in your pajamas versus having to go to 5 billion different places to see if you meet someone nice. And my final tip, do not ditch your non-parent friends. Even those who don't necessarily love children, even those who are child-free by choice and will definitely never have children, some will fall out of your circle naturally, others will still want to hang out with you and will actually crave that connection still. And you know that they're there for you, your personality, things about you that they've learned and loved before. Like, sure, they may not understand every single thing about having a child, but do they need to? It's actually beneficial to your children as well to be exposed to all sorts of people and all sorts of different family dynamics. While mom groups aren't always bad, they can be. But that shouldn't be sad because they're not the only way to build connection. And most of all, you don't have to keep trying if you don't like it. You deserve genuine relationships that are more than polite smiles and talking about chicken bake recipes. So even if mom groups aren't on the table, human connection definitely is. Let me know your experience with mom groups in the comments, and if you loved this video, the next one you will definitely enjoy as well.